all that stuff done.
Right.
Hey guys, if you're seeing this, it's probably been a little bit. What's up there, Samurai?
What's up, man?
So we're I've been doing busy stuff, getting tables ready. If some of you might not know, my personal life, I'm a commander of the VFW we play games at for tournaments and some other things. And work's been real busy. That's been busy. So me and the Samurai today he's going to be in the Contact Tournament September 9th at Ligonier VFW.
Heck yeah.
Westmoreland County, PA. And we're doing some practice, and he's going to be playing in it. So we're going to do 600 points. In that mission, it's basically no man's land. It's basically kill each other with the longest days night fighting rules. So as we go into it, the game starts at daylight and then starts at night. Goes into daylight, I believe, or it's vice versa. Or goes from daylight into night, I believe. So he's going to use his British paras. I'm going to use my American paras. I'm not going to be able to play in the event unless I'm a ringer. So this is my ringer army. I'll use my U.S. Airborne. I'll go over them real quick. So it's 600 points. So it's a second lieutenant with a rifle with an extra dude with veterans. 2 infantry squads of 10. One with 3 Thompsons and a bar. The other one with just 3 Thompsons, no bar. 1 veteran medic, which a lot of people don't like medics. I always take one. 1 veteran bazooka team, medium machine gun, and the airborne mortar. So it's a 2-man veteran squad. It's 7 order dice. Like I said, they're all stubborn because of airborne rules and all that kind of stuff. They're light war. Next to this is our table. So since the first round 600 points for the event, we're only doing a 4x4, and then the rest of the table will be used for the other 2 rounds. So Samurai, what do you have? Your British paras.
British paras. I'm running. I gotta make sure which one's which here. A flamethrower team for my 600.
Okay.
A medium machine gun.
Okay.
A Piat. 10-man squads, all rifles, and a first lieutenant with a rifle.
Okay. Now, what's your British nationality trait?
It's going to be rapid fire.
Oh, so 3.
Every 3 guys that have rifles, they get an extra shot.
Okay. So the one thing that's cool about our event, for one, it's escalation. So it's 600, 900, and 1250. Your 600, though, has to be the core of all 3 lists. So the 600 starter, now you can add to it a little bit, but it has to be the core of your units. Like, so this group will be in all 3 lists, so to speak. The other thing we're doing for the first round, 600 points, no free units. So henceforth, that's why there was no artillery observer. But then after round 1, round 2, and 3, you will have access to free units.
Right.
And that alleviates a problem of people just mobbing the board, which does happen from time to time.
Does it?
Well, free units, like a free unit's a pretty big deal, especially at low point level.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, me putting my artillery observer out there for free
that would be another 100 points. And that's literally 700 points versus 600.
Yeah.
And if you start adding in, like, big squad of infantry or artillery pieces, it adds up fairly fast.
Oh, yeah.
So
I forgot to. Both my infantry squads, they all have anti-tank grenades.
Okay, which in our game will do absolutely nothing.
Right, same with the PI.
Yeah, which we kind of think if we do see vehicles, they'll be light stuff this first round.
Yeah.
Most of it will be infantry, which you're going to build the core of your army around. And then in later rounds, you'll start seeing vehicles and stuff.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go start setting up. And we'll show you what the board looks like. Which I think this one, we all come on the board. We'll have to read the mission to make sure. But we'll be back in a little bit. I held 3 units in reserve. Medic, bazooka, mortar. I have my machine gun guy here. Command there. 1 infantry squad. And then Samurai, what did you do with yours?
I have my Piat behind the house. A 10-man squad here. My first lieutenant here. Another 10-man squad here. And then I have my medium machine gun and flamethrower.
In reserve?
In reserves.
Okay. So for the event, I'm a TO. I roll 1 dice for everyone for plane bombardment. See if it comes in. Okay. It does. So you can do mine first, Greg.
Okay.
It's everyone's in your deployment zone, which is all mine. So roll a dice for these guys.
6.
Oh, they're hit with a shot. So they're going to take 2 pins.
Okay.
And it's a strength 6 or strength 3 hit. So roll another dice. They're veterans, so anything but kills. So one guy will die, and they'll take 2 pins.
Yikes.
Okay. Boop boop. So there's casualty. Okay, roll lieutenant. So they'll take 1 pin. Roll the infantry squad in the trees.
6.
So they'll take 2 pins. Roll, see if you kill a guy.
A 1.
So nobody actually.
Yeah.
Then roll for this squad here.
3.
Okay, so they'll take 1 pin. Okay. And then go ahead, start pointing at some of your units. I gotta keep moving this camera around as much as I am. So okay. That unit there.
My infantry squad.
So I rolled a 1, nothing.
The other infantry squad.
Rolled a 4, so I believe that's 1 pin.
1 pin.
Yep.
You said.
Yeah, use my pins.
Okay. The infantry squad behind the building. Or I'm sorry, the lieutenant. I'm sorry.
Lieutenant, I rolled a 1.
Okay, it's 1 pin.
No, I rolled a 1, so nothing.
Okay, nothing. Okay.
And then the Piot team.
The Piot team.
I rolled a 4. I believe that's 1 pin.
1 pin. I think that's.
Okay. And then we'll go on to turn 1. I'll make sure that the 4 isn't 2 pins. I'm pretty sure it's just 1. All right. We'll be back. All right. So as you had turn 1, I took a lot of casualties, or not casualties, but pins. These guys failed to do anything, so they just kind of like stayed there. They failed to rally. Mortar just moved up in position to cover the center of town. Bazooka kind of ran on. LT moved up. These guys rallied. Medic moved up behind the outhouse, support this squad, which moved up into the tree line. And then Samurai, you ended up moving, just up to behind the buildings?
Yeah.
And then you have machine gun, your Piot, and your flamethrower.
Yeah, the flamethrower, the Piot.
And then your 2 infantry squads with LT kind of moved up a little bit.
It didn't do a whole lot of entertaining stuff.
So that was the end of turn 1. Roll a dice, Greg. Okay, so it is not nighttime.
Yay.
So on an 8, on a modified 8 becomes night.
Okay.
So that was a 7. So now it's regular daylight. No limited visibility. We're going on turn 2. We'll see how it happens. Okay, so that was the end of turn 2. So we did some movement around and stuff. Just turn our thing. Mortar misjudged the range, fired. Landed just short of the building, unfortunately. Bazooka team came around the corner, put a shot at the squad in the courtyard, missed. My medium machine gun of 2 men ran up into the building. Harder hit. These guys advanced. Need super 6s. Hit them 4 times. And then actually wounded them. Killed both guys. So the machine gun team's gone. Commander just kind of moved up behind the building. Infantry squad advanced. And the ones who had shots, put shots in that building. And put a pin marker on the machine gun there. Medic moved up. These guys moved up. Also put fire into the building. Put another pin marker on. So Samurai moved into the building. Took some pins. Then your Piot and flamethrower was running across the street towards this building. Right. Your squad occupied that building. The other squad's in the courtyard, and the guy with the red beret is your lieutenant. Okay. So we're going on turn 3. Roll another dice, Samurai. Okay, it is nighttime now. So it's turn 3 plus 5 is 8. All right, so now it's night. So now we have to put gun markers up and stuff like that. So we're going on turn 3. We'll be back.
Be on my dice, I think.
Okay, so that was the end of turn 3. We're going on turn 4. So we had some fun stuff happen.
Right.
Mortars were just, they were able to spot the guys going in the building, and they're at 13. I fired a mortar round to hit the building, actually hit the guys, and it blew up on the top floor, so missing them. So they have a fire token. Bazooka team was able to get across the street behind the fence and actually threw a bazooka round in the building, knocked out a guy, gave him a pin. Medic ran up to, or not medic, but LT ran up to the building. Over here, your flamethrower team ran to this side of the building over here.
Mm-hmm.
My guys were going to assault them, and I rolled not enough. Luckily, my lieutenant was by the window close enough. He was able to run in and assault, and he punched the guy in the face.
That was enough.
Which was enough to kill the flamethrower team. Piot, or these guys ran across the street, medic in tow. Couldn't see the building to shoot at the guy inside. He couldn't see it either, though. No line of sight. Piot ran down the street, though, lobbed around and actually killed a guy. And then that building there tried spotting these guys in the open, and barely was out of range. So we're at turn 4 now. It's still nighttime. Yeah, we're just going on to turn 4. We'll kind of see what happens here. Alright, so that was the end of turn 4. Some stuff happened. This guy, bazooka team went on ambush. I took my ambush off. I said, F it. No one ran out in the street. A mortar did fire to get in a token. It blew up on the top floor again. So, yay.
Yeah.
Over here, these guys came out the back, shot here, killed 2 guys, put a pin on them. I went to try to counter-assault them. And, even with the lieutenant's help in the building, didn't roll 11 still. Moving over here, though, the medic ran out. These guys took the fire from the machine gun, killed a guy, had 2 pin markers, one from the Piot, one from it. Rolled snake eyes for leadership. Got rid of all the pins, hit the building, and killed the machine gun, took over the building. Over here, guys inside, either going to shoot the Piot or the lieutenant. Decided to shoot the lieutenant because he was point blank range, just about. Actually hit him, but put a pin marker on him. These guys moved out of the building. The lieutenant moved up. Piot moved over, fired around. Didn't kill a guy, but actually was able to hit the building with 6s and put a pin on the group inside. And that's where we're at right now in turn 5. So we'll see what happens. All right, that was the end of turn 5. Bazooka team ran over here. These guys ran out or advanced over the fence trying to drop around over here, which I knew I couldn't see just to get them up out of. This squad here assaulted and literally killed 7 dudes. First swing, and then advanced back over here. Lieutenant and his buddy opened fire on the British lieutenant, put another pin on him, but couldn't hit him. He even went down. Piot ran up, missed. These guys tried seeing that unit and the Piot. We saw the Piot, but couldn't hit them at all.
Right.
My medic ran through this gate and the fence to get around the building. These guys moved up and was barely out of line. They activated first before these guys did. So they were barely able not to see me. That's turn 5. Samurai's getting hungry, so we're probably going to order some pizza. We're going to call it because this is him just want to try stuff out. So this is your first time playing Night in Bolt Action. You played it in Team Yankee before, 2 vastly different things.
Right.
What do you think of the Night rules?
I like them.
Okay.
I do, yeah. I mean, it's not that big of a game changer.
It changed it enough to where you have to be really close. That's kind of the point of what we were trying to do with the
event
was force people to get up into other people's guts, so to speak.
Right.
One caveat we kind of overlooked, and it's happened, is the first turn on this mission is limited viz anyway at 24. Which, I mean, it kind of fits the scenario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's starting to get light out, or starting to get a little hazy out. I like the night fighting rules. It does add a whole other flavor. And once you play it a couple times, it's really easy. Like, you add, subtract. It's funny, too, because there's times where, like, you think you're able to see someone, and there's my dudes. You're too far away.
Right.
And, like, you're literally out by inches. Other times, like, you roll high enough, and, oh, I can see you. And then, obviously, bless you, vehicles are, like, 6s, stuff like that. No, it's pretty fun. It adds another level of complexity to the game, I feel.
Oh, definitely.
Plus, too, no one ever plays with it, and we wanted to add missions that people hardly ever use or don't use.
And I think it's going to be fun at the tournament, especially with one of our players. His name's Dave.
Yeah.
And when he starts to rage over this.
Oh, and the Kane. Everyone knows his legend. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. This will be fun. I think. We have a ton of prize support. We have a guy from YouTube or eBay. I'll have a link in his name in the description. He gave me a bunch of like prizes to give away, like stowage things and sandbag stowage for vehicles. Like
I didn't know you got stuff from him.
Well, yeah, I ended up buying some more barricades because we found out in Mission 2 to make it a little bit more balanced. You give the defender 3 like hardcover barricades that you put up for them, and it helps a lot. I need more sandbags,
right?
So I reached out. Well, I went on eBay, reached out, bought them, talking to the guy. Forget exactly about what, and then I told him we were running a tournament, so we need them. And next thing I know, he sent me like a giant bag of prize support to give out in business cards. So it's gonna be really cool, and they're nice stuff too. They're really nice. Huh. So that'll be pretty fun. But yeah, guys, we're getting some more content. I want to do a Twilight 2000 campaign. We'll see how that'll work. I like to record it personally.
Yeah, I like the way this game flowed. That one round of close combat.
Well, I got extremely lucky. Like, I was like, well, I didn't assault last time. I got the first dice, and I was like, well, I can't fail twice in a row. Which, actually, I shouldn't say. I've done it before. And next thing you know, they ran up and...
That was amazing.
Three toughened fighters killed 4 dudes. Veterans to boot. So that's that. Jason's coming later. He's going to learn how to play some bolt action. I have a German force, my airborne force, 600 points for him to kind of learn the mechanics. He's going to be playing Italians, hopefully.
Is he going to be playing in your event?
I don't know if he'll have the stuff ready by then. Because the event is, like I said, September 9th. Day of recording is the 23rd of August. So, I mean, he can... I usually don't have any painting requirements for any of my events.
Right.
And some people have asked me that why. And I'll be honest, especially like Bolt Action and Team Yankee in our area, because we have a lot of guys come from Pittsburgh, obviously, but I'm trying to grow it.
Yeah.
And mostly a lot of our events are fun events. And I don't want people feeling like, oh, I can't play because I'm not painting models. I don't want to exclude people that way. Now, eventually, maybe in the future, we have some bigger events. I'll have a painting requirement. But like for right now, to get more people into playing, I won't.
Right.
I also have like painting prizes though, so it'll give people
incentive to do
it. Well, I don't know why I can't use autofocusing like a son of a bee today. But all right, guys, that's a little bolt action game. It's the Samurai and the Guildmaster.
Right.
Like what we do. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Our channel's growing a little bit more. I'd love to hit 1,000 just so we can like put some of that money back in. And I do run it as this is an LLC. But like I said, everything I make usually goes right back into it. We have a Patreon, all that kind of stuff. We still have no patrons, I don't think. At least they haven't sent me anything. But all right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, that was fun.